It's Tuesday, March 12th from West End. It's the Music Room. I'm Sam Simon. 5th grade has a performance coming up on Thursday, March 21st at 6 o'clock p.m. in the gym. The program is part of our Music in Our Schools Month celebration. The purpose of Music in Our Schools Month is to raise awareness of the importance of music education for all children and to remind everyone that school is where all children should have access to music. It is an opportunity for us to bring our music program to the attention of the school community and to display the benefits that school music brings to students of all ages. 5th grade students will be playing their recorders for this performance. Here are 3 of the selections that they will be presenting. Sir Binko Larch leads the march, Level Up, and the B-Loos. Three of our 6th grade students recently attended the statewide honor chorus in Tifton. Congratulations to Camille, Taylor, and Peggy for representing West End at this event. They had a great experience, but you don't have to take my word for it. All right, I'm here with Camille. She is not feeling her best today, but she has been very brave to go up and work on the songs anyway. Camille, you starting to feel a little bit better?
A little bit.
A little bit. All right, well, have you been able to have some fun today despite not feeling well?
Yeah.
That's good. What is your favorite song that you're working on?
The beat of a different drum.
All right, so I'm here with Taylor. She's on the break from the evening rehearsal. Taylor, how's the day going so far?
Good.
Good. Y'all are starting to sound good up there.
Thank you.
Yes, so what's been your favorite thing?
Probably when we did the song A Baby.
I am here with Peggy. She is at statewide honor chorus on her dinner break. Peggy, how is your day going so far?
It has been pretty good. We did some practice and drove over here. A lot of car ride though.
Yes, so how was your first rehearsal?
Pretty good, but except we only got 10-minute break from a 3-hour rehearsal.
That is a long time. What is your favorite piece that you're working on?
Probably A Baby because it's one of the shorter / easier pieces.
Very nice. Well, I'm looking forward to the concert tomorrow. As a way to celebrate Music in Our Schools Month, we're adding an interview series this year. Our first guest is our own STEM teacher, Mrs. Abbott Fuller. Mrs. Abbott Fuller, welcome to the program.
It's great to be here. Thank you, Dr. Simon.
Now, everyone knows you as the STEM teacher, and many will remember that before that you were a classroom teacher and a literacy coach. But what some people might not know is that you studied music education in college, correct?
That is correct. I am an alum of Berry College, where I actually went to school with Dr. Simon.
So if you studied music in college, it must have been important to you in your elementary and secondary years as well. How did school music offerings impact you as a student?
I was really lucky in elementary school because I had 2 music teachers. One was a choral teacher, and the other was an instrument playing teacher. And then I was also actively involved in music while I was young at church. But really what I love about music is, number one, I love to sing and I love to play. I'm also a pianist. And I like the community that it brings, getting to spend time with other people, learn about other things outside with other people. And in high school, I ran on the track team, and my most favorite thing to do while I was running long distance was to sing songs. It kept me motivated when every lap seemed forever long.
Like sing out loud while you were running?
Sometimes.
That's impressive.
It was just to myself, depending on if it was a short distance run or a long distance run. Long distance, I could sing out loud. Short distance, I was breathing too much.
I mean, I was going to say, if I'm running, I'm huffing and puffing. I can't imagine trying to sing at the same time. All right, now you have the opportunity to use your musical training in the classroom, putting the A in STEAM. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But sometimes we see STEAM, which includes arts. How are you incorporating the arts into the STEM classes at West End?
Well, that is easy. So in the classrooms, they're in the grade levels K through 2, we sing every single day. So I've turned the engineering and design process with the help of another STEM teacher into a little song that we start our class with. Of course, there's hand motions, because why would there not be when you are in kindergarten, 1st or 2nd grade? And we also listen to a news program in the STEM lab every day, which by its nature of considering all sources of news, often plays news bits from the arts realm of the world. So we talk about visual art and performing art. And then naturally with our different STEM challenges, I try to bring in most of the time visual arts, because that's easier to do in the STEM lab. But we have had various STEM challenges where we've brought in music. Particularly 5th grade used a program on their Chromebook where they were writing the melodies to songs and getting to hear it. We've turned a banana with electricity into a piano. Our students last year did a shadow play where they played it to some classical music. So I do think that my love of music and the arts is very well seen in the STEM lab.
I love it. I love those cross-curricular opportunities and the opportunities to teach standards from different disciplines at the same time. I love that kind of thing. Ms. Abbott Fuller is a STEM teacher at West End and a graduate of Berry College, where she studied music education. Mrs. Abbott Fuller, thank you.
Thank you.
Regular listeners of this podcast will know that we are participating in March Mania. In this tournament, presented by the United States Marine Corps Band, 32 marches will compete against one another for voters to decide which one will be crowned the year's champion march. Let's turn to our chief March Mania correspondent, Jaden, to talk about the beginning of the tournament. Please note that this report was recorded on March the 4th, the first day of the match. By the time you listen to this, you can know more about the results. You can keep up with March Mania at the Marine Band website, marineband.marines.mil, or find a link in the episode description for this episode. Now, on to the report. So, Jaden, at the time of this recording, it is the first day of March Mania. Voting hasn't concluded yet, but how is it shaping up so far?
Well, there are two juicy matches today. Semper Fidelis versus Revival March, and Boys of the Old Brigade versus Jack Tar. At last count, Semper Fi was beating Revival March 59% to 41%. I expect those numbers to hold, and I am predicting that Semper Fi will win this match and go on to round 2.
You call this a juicy match, but isn't Revival March sort of a no-name? I don't think it's a big surprise that Semper Fi is winning.
Maybe, but Revival March has the charming trio that quotes the hymn tune in the sweet By and By.
And how about today's other match?
At last count, Jack Tar was beating the Boys of the Old Brigade 52% to 48%. So this one is much closer and could really go either way. I think people like the novel sound effects in Jack Tar.
Thank you, Jaden. We'll check in one more time next month to discuss the final results. And that's it for today's show. I hope you'll subscribe to this podcast to hear new episodes as they're released. Doom Spiro Spiro, and thanks for listening.